Alright, good morning everybody. Back in here early. Getting on the invited builder Shovelhead. Kind of really have no idea what I'm going to do today. I don't know. We're just going to kind of work our way through it, see what we can get done. Probably finish weld up the seat pan, maybe mount the oil tank, maybe make a battery box, maybe mount the tail light, finish up the tail light mount fab. I don't know. We'll just see how the day goes, see what the day brings. But gonna jump out in the shop and get working. Thanks for joining us.
just a quick interruption in the video here. I want to tell you about how to enter to win. As I said in a couple previous videos, we're going to pop this information in the middle of all of our videos here and there, just to let people know how to enter, and it'll get people to watch the videos, as you got to watch and find where the information is. So it's going to be real simple. You don't have to buy anything, doesn't cost you anything. You just need to send an email. I'm going to try to get the email on the screen here. I'm not a super tech whiz, so we'll see how that goes. But the email address is pretty straightforward. It's gaddysgaragegiveaway@gmail.com. So all you have to do, send one email. In the email, subject line, giveaway. And in the body of the email, your name, address, telephone number. That's it. You don't actually even need to give your whole address if you don't want. Just let's scratch the address. Let's give your name, your city and state, and a contact phone number. We're not going to sell the phone numbers. No one will ever have them but me, so don't worry about that. You're not going to get sales calls. I hate sales calls as much as everybody else. But we do need a way to get a hold of you if you win. So, again, name, city and state, telephone number. You do need to be a subscriber to the channel to win also. So if you're seeing this and you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and then send the information on over. So we look forward to everybody entering, and we're really excited to give away this bike. Now back to the video.
All right, so we got our seat pan all welded up, and we're gonna go ahead and get some foam on here. This seat's gonna be a hand-tooled leather, so I like to use this really dense foam on it. It's thin, gives you a little bit of cushion. It's like a kid's kickboard. I used to use gardening knee pads. I've never been able to find this foam in bulk. I don't know what type of foam it is. Let's see if it says. Of course not. So if anybody does happen to know what this type of kickboard gardening knee pad foam is, I would really like to know, so that I could try and find it in bulk, because you get these weird shaped kickboards. They're kind of expensive, like 15 bucks for this little tiny piece of foam, and you don't always have exactly what you need foam wise to get your job done. Like I can see here, we're gonna have to add in a couple little pieces on the side of this pan, which it's not the end of the world, but it's a lot nicer if you can make it out of one piece. So doing these seats is not something I do professionally. When I built my first Shovelhead a bunch of years ago, I think I'm going to put a little bead roll in this pan in the bottom, a couple ribs to give it strength before we glue this foam onto. But something I did, I couldn't afford to have anybody to do a seat then, and so I went and bought some leather tooling stuff, and it came out okay. Of course, I had to make the seat cover like 3 times to get it to fit right. But it was something me and my dad used to do together, get the seats wrapped and all that. So I did one last year by myself. I hadn't done any since he had died. I did one last year. It came out okay. I wasn't super happy with it, but I think I'm going to send this one out. We'll see. I got a couple feelers out, see if I can get somebody to get it done. If not, I'll do it myself and get it wrapped up. So I use this electric turkey knife. Cuts foam really good. It's what I've always used. I've had this thing forever. It was like $12 on eBay. So you can see where it's going to leave us these little 2 little spots. We'll trim a piece and glue it in there. And then normally I'll glue this on and then trim this. Just gives you a more exact trim. So I'm gonna jump over on the bead roller real quick and throw a couple beads in here to stiffen up this pan. It'll stretch it a little bit and get some of that oil can out of there. There we go, 2 little simple beads. We took that wobble out of the pan. So this is a Landau top glue. Normally I spray it, but I didn't feel like digging through all the stuff, get the sprayer out and get it all dirty for just this little job. So just go ahead and paint a real thin coat on. You kind of let it tack up. It'll actually get painted on both sides. You let it tack up on both sides, and then when you stick it, it's pretty stuck. It doesn't like to come off, which is good. We don't really want it to come off, so. This is for really for gluing tops, like carriage tops on cars. And we use it to glue upholstery work and stuff like that. So. Alright, we'll just let that tack up for, I don't know, 2 minutes or something like that, and then we'll stick it on. This foam is really for looks more than comfort. Really, that's how all these when you're building a chopper, lots of stuff is for looks more than comfort. So let's we'll put a little bit on this radius here so it'll stick in the back. We build them so they're rideable, but clearly if you want something comfortable, you get a bagger. These things are not the most comfortable. We're really more concerned with how they look and the styling of them than the overall comfort. So Alright, so we're working on fitting up this battery box to the back of the oil tank. It's going to be a real tight fit, but I think we can get it. We're actually going to use the fender mount that we made previously, drill a couple holes in it. I'll make another plate, weld it to the battery box, and that's going to give us a mounting point back here, and then it'll get welded to the oil tank. And then we can start boxing stuff in. So I'm going to jump over on the plasma table, cut a quick tab, and weld it onto here. We'll be back. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't blame you one bit.
I'm getting to the end of my road with this shit. I really am.
How's this look side to side, the oil tank? From
I see that straight power. Looks good from the back.
Okay, that's...
Yeah, it looks like it's fine.
Yeah, I'm good on
All right, Mike.
All right, Mikey. Be nice to the old people today.
This, is anybody out here? Yeah.
What time do you plan on working till?
All right, got our battery box fabbed up, tacked in, oil tank mounted. Really happy with how that came out. Gonna move over to the other side and try and figure out how we're gonna get the battery box door. Like to make it look like it is welded in place, but have it bolt on, so not sure how that's gonna go, but we'll see what we can come up with. You have room for a regular full-size one, I think. I mean, if you don't...
How much was that?
$140 or something.
Oh, that ain't cheap enough.
No.
$300.
Well, I found this. I never used this kind before. Oh. So we'll see how it goes. But I didn't really want to see any bolts or anything.
I know.
I don't know. It's like...
I know that. Let me contemplate this. I don't know exactly how you do it, but if you made the cover, just say to fit snug,
Yep.
and you had nut welded in here and a nut welded in here, you can have a little tiny button head holding this piece in, right through here and right through here. I mean,
Oh, you put a tab on the inside?
yeah, so where it goes through,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, let me see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is room there.
Yeah.
You could just drill and tap that even.
Well,
The tab.
yeah,
The tab.
you could do that too if
You
it's
drill
got
and
enough meat.
yeah, make the tab and drill and tap it and
Yeah.
slide it in.
And that's enough meat to hold this, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, like you said, it's just a little kind of baby cover.
But, I mean, and you wouldn't want the battery, is the battery going to be snugged down? Because you wouldn't want the battery to hit the end of the screw.
Yeah,
Or-
it's snug.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you could put a piece of rubber or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be a pain in the ass maybe to get this one in, but you could put it up high and maybe get a small Allen in there,
Yeah.
you know, so you could get it out.
Or use a hex, so you can use a ratcheting box.
Or
wrench.
that. Yeah, because it technically, it's going to be underneath the seat and behind here.
Yeah.
So you could get away with it. Here, I'd use a tiny button head.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, that's basic.
I mean, you just make this, because this is all going to be painted, you just make that so where that's so fucking even.
yeah. I get bolted
can't
on,
even
and then
tell.
Tony body works it all as a piece,
Yes.
and then you unbolt the bolt and like slice it with a razor blade.
Exactly. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I think that'd be the clean. And really, at a distance, you'd walk up, you might not even see the gap.
Right. You probably
There won't be a gap. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if it's painted a darkish color.
Yes.
你澳洲咩？澳洲冇 fucking 用嘅，出嚟行講勢力，講單位，你邊煩嘅？你澳洲咩？澳洲冇 fucking 用嘅，你澳洲咩？澳洲冇 fucking 用嘅，出嚟行講勢力，講單位，你邊煩嘅？你邊煩嘅？你邊煩嘅？
battery box side door in. Hidden hardware. That thing is really slick. I think we might still need to do a top on there. I don't know. Might be getting over complicated, but we'll check that out and see what we think. Alright guys, we're done. I don't know, what did we get done today? We got the battery box all made up, installed. We got the oil tank installed. I can't even remember what else I did today. I feel like there was something else, but I don't know. It's been a long day. I've been here since about 4:30 this morning.
We'll put it on the next video.
Yeah, well, it'll be in this video. Just at the beginning of the video, I'll remember it later when I'm editing what I did. Oh, God. So anyway, thank you guys for joining along on this, I don't know, what do we want to call this? This journey. Yeah, this journey. Everything on this bike is taken twice or 3 times as long as I would hope, but when we're trying to focus on the level of detail we are on this thing, there's just no fast way to do it. So anyway, really happy with how everything's coming out so far. I put the foam on the seat pan and full welded the seat pan. That's what I did earlier. So, all right, guys. Again, don't forget to check our Instagram. Check out the other builders as they get going on their bikes too for the Bikes, Brews, and Barbecue in Virginia, May 20th, 2023. We will be there with this bike as long as it doesn't kill us. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out our latest giveaway bike video. We dropped that yesterday. Share that with your buddies. Let's get the subscribers up and get that bike given away. And we hope to see you next time at Gaddy's Garage.